This is 500 millimetres. That is how much rain has fallen over the course of 3 days in some parts of New South Wales. And it's led to scenes like this. Emergency workers rescuing people from floodwaters and rooftops in the mid-north and Hunter regions of New South Wales. Thousands have lost power or been isolated by cut-off roads. So how does that happen? You might think that floods are all about the amount of rain. It's important, but there's actually a lot of other things that can influence how bad a flood gets. Okay, first thing, it should be unsurprising to hear that water flows downhill via rivers and drains. Floods happen when rain from all over an area collects in one spot and can't drain out fast enough. But there are things that can make that flooding extent worse. One of those is the ground, what it's made of, and how much water it can soak up. Sand, for instance, is very porous, which means it can drain the water really fast, lessening the amount of runoff. But something like bitumen or concrete, well, it doesn't drain the water at all. Then there's the matter of how wet the ground is. If it is already full of water, well, it doesn't matter how porous the soil is. It's already full. There's no room left. This is why you'll see more flooding when it's been really wet for several weeks or months, like in New South Wales right now. There's also the rain itself, not just how much, but how intense it is. 200 millimetres over the space of a week, for instance, is going to be very different to 200 millimetres in the space of a day. And that is because the land and the drains, they can only absorb the water at a certain rate. So if it comes down too hard and fast, it just won't be able to keep up. Now, there are lots of other aspects that also play a role, like whether the water has a clear run to the bottom, for instance. Vegetation, trees and shrubs, they can reduce the effects of flooding. And the shape of the land matters too. Steep hills, for instance, they'll send the water rushing down, similar to the way that heavy rainfall impacts a flood.